Hello, and welcome to the Little Pain and Big Gain podcast, where we try and give you the smallest headache for cramming in the most amount of information that we can. And today we're talking about neurons. Now, your brain is made up of these neurons, like hundreds and thousands of them, and there's connections every which way, and this is how we process and think and understand. Anything you know is because of these neurons firing and talking to each other. Now let's get down to what a neuron is. A neuron is made of three main parts: the dendrites, the soma, and the axon. Now the dendrites, if you imagine like these roots or fingers that kind of spread off of the soma, also the cell body. And if it helps, I would say picture the soma as a circle, and then the dendrites are like these roots that go off and basically try and catch these chemicals fired by other neurons, and these chemicals are called neurotransmitters. Now, once they catch it, it gets sent to the soma, and the soma turns these chemicals and neurotransmitters into these electrical currents. Now, a neuron either fires or it doesn't. It turns on or it doesn't. It shoots or it doesn't. It's a yes or a no. And it's called an action potential. When the neuron fires, it's called an action potential. And once it gets to this action potential, it shoots that electrical current down this tail, which is called the axon. And it shoots all the way down to the end of it, called the axon terminal. And from here, it shoots out its chemical, and it sends the neurotransmitter or the chemical to the next neuron. And there's just hundreds and thousands of these linkages and chains, and that's how we understand. Now I'm going to try and use hearing as a quick, deeper example. Now, vibrations is what sound are. We understand that sound is vibrations, and it goes to your ear, and it goes inside your middle ear to where your bones are and vibrates, and moves to the inner ear to we call it the cochlea, which is like this liquid like area filled with thousands of little hairs. And when the vibrations move to the liquid, the little hairs basically catch it, and then from these hairs, when they bend and catch the vibrations, it basically sends these neurotransmitters and goes throughout our neurons and help us perceive sound somehow. That's how we know that sound is coming from over here or over there. It's somehow these vibrations turn into these chemicals and help us understand like how to hear, which is crazy. There's these empirical articles called auditory cortical or corticofugal neurons transmit auditory and non-auditory information during behavior. And the second one I'm going to be referring to is psychological properties of auditory neurons responding to emissions deviance in the anesthetized rats. Now, if you want to go check these out, they're great sources, and they're basically helping explain that your neurons are the ones helping you realize what sound is. Have you ever watched a movie or a show where like an atomic bomb or a bomb went off and you're expecting a boom? You just know that there's a boom from previous experiences, but there might not be. And we have those expectations, and our neurons fire to basically prepare, tense up, get ready. And these empirical articles show that it's your neurons like creating and helping you understand these sounds. Like, we just don't automatically understand how these sounds work. It's our brain and our neurons firing which help us understand, and that is a crazy concept, and that's how all of your senses work. And I hope this helped a quick understanding of what neurons are and how they basically build our reality and show us what is what. And I hope you have a good day.